Welcome back to The Watch, and a new trailer has just dropped, which has brought up some suppressed rage and feelings in Nathan, and he wants to talk about them.
You had one job. Make a bloody good adaptation. Do you know how hard it is for Nintendo to give their properties to anyone?
And this is also their first movie, right?
Well, they've done Warner Brothers in the
their
past.
first animation movie.
Yeah. There's a big movie.
There's a reason why they haven't done something in 20, 30 years, because that movie sucked. And
I remember enjoying it as a kid. I don't have any particular attachment to the Mario property and brand. There were dumb, stupid things as a kid I thought was hilarious.
yeah,
Fat lady with big jumpy boots.
which I'm fine. But look, after Sonic, I realized what we're missing out on.
It's a bad movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good, but I remember enjoying it as a kid. Sorry, go.
Yeah, it's fine. Sonic, okay? Sonic 1 and 2, the movies, adaptations, have been good. I've enjoyed them. They've been fun.
Do you reckon that's what gave Nintendo the push?
I reckon they're old rivals. They're like, oh, hell nah. Sega
Can't have Sonic outdo us.
Sega, no, Mario's gonna win. I don't think so in this one.
What Nintendo?
Look, I think they got the great animation studio to do it. Illumination, who did Despicable Me, bunch of other ones as well. And I was quite impressed at the opening of the first trailer, okay? Although I will admit, when they announced it in the Nintendo Direct and showed all the cast of the celebrities voice acting, I was Chris Pratt!
Yeah.
And they kept saying, okay, trust us, okay, it's going to be good. Trust me, I'm working on my Mario voice, okay? I'm Chris Pratt, I'm an actor, I'm trained, I can do a voice. And this...
It's me, Mario.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah?
Even Tyrant can, it's not hard to try and pretend to be, it's me, Mario!
We should have
good.
We should have had the actual Italian here, Mark.
Unfortunately, Marcus isn't with us today, but don't worry, he'll be back. And so it felt like Chris Pratt didn't even try. He's just doing the Chris Pratt voice. Because that's the thing. I mean, what's the point of having Chris Pratt if he's not going to do Chris Pratt? Is that the argument?
Jack Black, right, does Bowser. Such a good job. I hear Jack Black occasionally, but most of it's just this raspy, Bowser voice. It's really
I didn't
good.
recognize him as Jack Black. Yeah.
But these other celebrity actors are just doing, I think, a dismal job at trying to portray these characters. They're just talking themselves and then slapping it on an animation.
I was going to say Jack Black is also a renowned singer, and he's done, things like Kung Fu Panda. So he is top tier, S tier when it comes to voice acting. So I'm not too surprised about that.
So just in terms of that, it frustrates me because for Nintendo to have such strong grasps on their franchises, it feels like they're slipping away with this one. And I feel like this movie's set up now to fail, and then we're not going to get any good adaptations.
So really funny, right? After the teaser came out, where we got the first preview into Mario's voice, the trailer, of course, had other voice actors in other languages, and they showed the other languages, and they have him in there's some Italian one where it's just his classic, Mario kind of thing, like the high pitched with the inflection on it and stuff. It's the English, the main one doesn't. Do they care? Because maybe the Japanese voice actor, they'll probably get the regular Japanese voice actor for Mario.
Would have with Mario, because he doesn't actually speak, he usually says, "Yahoo, let's go." It's just one guy that does it for the voice.
Sorry,
so it's not. So it's not
and they didn't want to hire him. They didn't want to hire him because they thought audiences would be too drained listening to that for 2 hours.
So some hot takes.
Okay.
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, don't flame me for this. I'm just saying, I've never been a real big fan of the Mario universe. I know it's kid and stuff, but you can do kid universe.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that Nintendo property is for children.
No. But you can How to Train Your Dragon is for children, and it's flipping absolutely awesome.
I'm talking more
there's a couple
games.
The games are fun, the gameplay and everything, but if you look at the universe, because this is not a game, this is sailing on the appeal of the universe and characters, they're a very eclectic, weird mix of random characters. And I guess for a kid's film, it has that, when I saw Bowser and the penguins, that was funny, that was well done, everything. But Mario is this hype,
I think
is Mario's voice the most appealing voice to have in a main
No,
character.
but
Let's just be honest.
I would prefer it over Chris Pratt's
Really?
failed attempt.
I don't know, because the Yahoo kind of. That's friggin' annoying. Like, you think you're fine with that? Try and have a conversation with someone who speaks like that for an hour, right? I'm just saying, wouldn't that start to grate on your nerves?
I just want a
I know
true
it's nostalgia.
adaptation.
And
I don't care if it sucks. I want to know that it sucks because they've proven it to me. But now you're taking that away from me. I can't even tell you it sucks because they're too scared to even try that.
So I'm curious, who do you think their target demographic is? Because I think for a children's movie it'll be fine, but you're their target, or you're
Fans who,
older fans.
this is the point. For a children's audience, the original voice is probably much better. Kids probably, like adults probably get annoying, but kids, this is the thing though, right? Kids, it's hard to figure out what they end up latching onto and not, because everyone hated Jar Jar Binks, even kids, okay? But
I didn't.
Yeah, but you're different.
I didn't.
I have lost all respect for you.
I didn't. I didn't hate him. It wasn't like my favorite character or anything, but it didn't bother me.
They wanted you to love him, and you didn't love him, so it still failed.
I mean, okay, if that's
Jar
your
Jar's the
metric,
key to
sure.
all of this.
Well, I mean, Dark
But
Jar Jar's
Everyone
real.
so many people loves Baby Yoda. My kids adore Baby Yoda, right?
Yes.
You can do cute kidsy stuff really well, and you can fail at it really well. I don't know if Mario has that because he doesn't speak enough, but I wonder if kids love repeating the Mario taglines and stuff. And if they do, you definitely should keep it the same.
I was just imagining kids running around on the playground. It's me, Mario. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that
I could
ever.
totally see one of my sons doing that. Like, he loves repeating taglines and funny things that he latches onto.
That I just can't imagine it. I just can't imagine it.
Okay, well, here's my main issue, right? One, I want a nice adaptation, okay? I don't want Hollywood to corrupt something that I enjoy. But mostly, okay, I understand what you see with Mario and this universe, which is weird characters. What I'm concerned about is that there are other IP things Nintendo could do, and they're testing it on their treasured IP. And if this fails, we're not going to get a Zelda. We're not going to get.
I was going.
Smash
Zelda is the
Bros.
one.
Like
they could freaking make such an epic Zelda.
I know,
On so many levels.
If this fails, I think Nintendo's just going to put their hands up and surrender when there's so many other things they could be doing.
Just on Zelda, right?
Yeah.
If they did it animated, okay, you could keep some of the goofy little things, those strange little goblin creatures and stuff, and some of the kind of fun, goofy Ganondorfy things. But if they could do live action Zelda and go friggin' Lord of the Rings with it, and that would be so epic. I would be so on board with that. But I think Nintendo are too they want to play it safe too much. They don't have the balls to try and do gritty, realistic, Lord of the Rings like Zelda. They've kind of gone sometimes which Zelda was it that had wearing the chainmail, and it was before they went Wind Waker. They actually tried to push Zelda in a bit more realistic,
I don't
direction.
know if it was before Wind Waker. I know there was like Twilight Princess and stuff got a bit darker.
Might
there
have been
was
Twilight
Ocarina
Princess.
of Time as well.
Ocarina of Time, but they didn't have the graphics. I think it was Twilight Princess, where it was the one with the wolf in it.
Yeah.
It actually started to look more realistic, and they were pushing in that direction. And Link you see chainmail under its tunic and things, but then they've kind of pulled back from that and gone more animated, cartoony, especially Wind Waker and then Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
they've gone that way.
But Breath of the Wild makes me think I would love an arcane style Legend of Zelda.
Wouldn't that be
that would
so hardcore? Hardcore friggin' Legend of Zelda. I'd be on board with that. All right, so back onto the Mario thing. You're right. Depending on the success of this, will determine if. But the thing is, Nintendo, they've got like a Nintendo world that they are building, and so I actually think even that they'll want to push their properties even further to make it more successful, and so. Even if it doesn't do well, they might still try and push the other properties.
I think it'll do well at the box office because I think there's hype enough around it and parents will take this to their kids to see it. I'm worried about the reception of it because the internet's already a bit hit or miss.
Interesting. So one of the interesting reactions I have, I basically despise Disney as a company now with everything that it's done. And I don't have to I don't want to support.
Nothing.
You feel like you're holding back.
No, I'm not. It's just, I mean, maybe I might splice in our weekly, what's good for corporations thing just right there.
I don't understand why you're trying to push, why are you making so much sense there, time? So anyway, Disney, okay? And they would have to make something really good without any of their propaganda in to even let me consider having my kids watch, right? Nintendo, at the moment, I know that there are conversations to be had about how they're too trigger happy with their copyright stuff, their business practices and things, but I haven't seen any issues with them trying to propagandize their characters, their worlds for any woke narrative. And I am far more inclined to let my kids go to take, or even take my kids, sorry, to go see Mario as a fun kids film than I would with anything Disney is making.
Yeah.
They have that going for them. And if honestly, if Nintendo can push like an actual competitive kids content, in the mainstream, competitive to Disney, I'm fully on board with that.
I'm very interested to see your reaction after watching this trailer.
Well, let's have a look then, because we've got the trailer up, and you're right, because I've heard rumors about certain things. We'll see. I mean, it's got great animation.
Can you pause it for a second? We were just talking about like copyright strikes and stuff and audio on the mics.
This would be fine. It's a trailer
Trailers are
reaction.
usually okay.
Okay.
Oh, is that Donkey Kong?
All right. Let's go.
See how
Let's go.
bad that is.
That was awful.
That was.
That was. Oh, Chris, I like you, Chris. This was not your role, man.
What's the opposite
Oh,
of try hard? Because this
that
is like.
was cringe.
I kind of like it.
What?
That's funny.
Oh, I'm judging your tastes
No,
now.
just
'cause-
imagine we're having a conversation and it's like, let's go. Like I just added it.
Look, I'm not saying I can't be won over, but out of the gate, that was their let's go.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. All right, I love that for a couple of reasons. My instant reaction when it was going to jump into the thing, I was like, hang on, are they legitimately making him a superhuman? And then I had all these questions. Where did he get his superhuman powers? How did this all happen? And then have just get curb stomped. I was like, okay, I'm like, he's a regular guy still. Maybe they'll have an arc that he goes on to get his things.
I mean, he does gain some powers when he
Yeah,
eats.
when he-
Tsar
yeah,
and
when he
eats mushrooms and stuff. Yeah.
A lot of people think they get powers when they eat mushrooms.
Okay.
But that was
Not
great.
sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to rule the world.
See, when I listen for Jack Black, I can just detect him. But if I didn't know it was Jack Black, I wouldn't have recognized him. That's really good.
Wow. Yay.
So the other thing, right? The world actually feels, when I say consistent, that all the disparate, weird elements actually kind of fitting together. That I could say, I could see a fantasy kid world like fitting together. Where I didn't actually see that, like the world in the games, like you have random pipes sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, it's very
and there's
disjointed.
Mushroom people, and I don't see how all these elements are connecting, and I never really vibed with the world building. I feel they're actually pulling it off here. That this does feel like some, I don't know, world with strange creatures and things, and that's working.
But there's one problem.
Like that's like, okay, a fantasy kid universe, Mushroom Kingdom place. It's like,
There's a human, has a mustache, just like you.
Do you think I know every human being with a mustache wearing an identical?
all right, opinion on his voice, Luigi.
Too low pitched.
Too low pitched?
Needs to be higher. It's not as bad as Chris Pratt's. I feel like it has more character to it.
I actually feel it's better than Chris Pratt's. It doesn't give me Luigi vibes.
No.
Outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it. Because I don't.
That's the actor for that. That's the guy out of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
The wiry one.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And in the movies about the bosses, that one as well. Yeah.
Yep.
He's funny. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, didn't give me Luigi vibes at all.
Yeah. But
The thing is, though, like, if we really want to start talking about the adaptations of Mario, the last Mario, at least they had an Italian guy, but he was like, "My name's Mario." I don't know,
Yeah, too Italian.
I'm Mario. What's the last name? Mario. And the Luigi, and so it's an improvement.
It's an improvement. But they could do better.
They could. Especially for that they've made him the full animated Mario.
Bowser is coming.
All right, I need to go back.
Why?
That was an awful voice of Peach. That was like, Peach was supposed to be, you know, damsel in distress, high-pitched, girly and stuff like that. That was total mainstream Hollywood girl boss voice.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So I'm not a fan of Peach's voice either at the moment.
Bowser is coming. Together, we...
What's wrong, Shad? I'm fascinated to hear your thoughts.
Funny how a few moments ago Mario's getting beaten up by a monkey, and now Peach is looking real cool there.
Real tough. And
Next to the
strong.
Toad.
Is that one a halberd or
really
or
capable?
an
She
axe
spins a weapon around. Now, pre-established character introduces a girl boss. Fine, new character. This isn't a new character. Peach has been an established character where she has been a delicate princess for a very long time.
You'd also say that's the core of her character.
That's the core of her
she's
character.
had girl boss moments, but especially in the completely Mario IP focused movie, she should be the damsel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the way she speaks, even if she's like a badass, she should still have that high pitched voice of
absolutely.
like,
And you can have Peach like be out a fight, but to do it in line with a character in a girly, fun way, like they do in Smash Bros. All right, you don't have her whip out, pants and halberd in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Instead, she's fighting in a fun, girly way.
yeah,
This is pissing me off.
yeah.
Well, there's still
They're
more.
taking away the femininity of Peach. Yeah.
Princess Peach.
Yeah.
We've given her pants.
Yeah.
Freaking come off it, man.
I know there's a joke in there somewhere for that.
What? Her voice is reminding me of like, what animated show have I watched recently where it just had this girl boss voice? Anyway, it's giving me vibes of something recent. I can't remember.
Are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us.
All right. So one thing that doesn't make sense for me, right? And this is one of those things where I don't feel the elements connect, right? Mushroom Kingdom, Mushroom Servants. How is Peach a human being their ruler? This is like
Conquest?
consistent world building. Like, are they
Look at us.
like?
We're adorable.
All right. Are they an entire male species of spore mushroom things, and they have to?
Oh, Shad, that's messed up.
I like, we need to go into the world building to answer these questions, right? I have so many. Like, why is she there? Like,
I don't know, but I
Make
know
the
that
conquest
Nintendo, they've made law books
Conquest.
on it.
I mean,
but is it like a hive where she is their queen and just spits them out regularly? Like they I don't know.
Do the mushrooms just become sentient at a certain point? I don't know.
Then why is she ruling them? It's like this is some colonial,
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I mean, aren't their heads mushrooms? And also, aren't there just mushrooms that they walk on? Like, isn't that like their family or something?
There's a class.
All right, so world building issues, okay? Just one of these. This is one of those things that just don't connect for me.
Stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
Oh, I got this.
Oh, this is a good bit. You're gonna like this bit.
Is it
Yeah.
how are they floating in the air?
Oh,
Why do they choose this type of architecture? Okay, these are the things I need answered.
magic. That's how. Magic.
No problem. Yes!
Thoughts?
Traditional male hero being made look like a goofy idiot, and
Yep.
the female character competent. He's such an idiot. Why do I have to put up with it? Holy crap! This is freaking going woke.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Makes me sad.
You know how you were talking about before? I haven't seen Nintendo do anything, and then all those things like
Illumination, you bloody
I was just waiting.
This is dying for me. I was on the kids. I'll take my kids to watch. Now I was like, no, like I don't support subversive woke crap. All right, and is it for the trailer? I don't know, but this seems like they're purposely going the other way to make Mario look like a joke, a goof, and Peach is the girl boss.
Come on, Mario! Our big adventure begins now! Ah! Get it off, get it off, get it off!
It's freaking consistent.
Just reinforced by your statement there.
There's a huge universe out there.
So she's going to teach him how to use the powers. Why does she need someone to rescue her now? She should just win the day herself.
With a lot of galaxies. They're all counting on us.
Not counting on you, Mario. You're not the hero that is going to save us all.
No pressure.
Myself.
All right, we need to listen to that one again.
Like, I can hear the Chris Pratt in it, no matter how hard I try.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me.
You didn't like it? You were so excited just
The animation
before.
looks great, but that has some massive warning signs for what they're going. And I'm just sick of this crap. And the thing is, perhaps the story is good and they're able to make the goofy Mario is a goof moment fun and comedic and
Maybe
stuff.
it's because it doesn't have powers yet.
But
It's
the
his
thing
first
is,
time
though,
saving the
it's
world.
the consistent crap, and the fact that they're constantly making it that a man can't rescue a woman, when that's actually a really important fundamental thing that boys should be taught. It's like, if you see someone in trouble, especially women and girls, you step up and do the protective role because that is your role as a man. That's what being a man is the essential part of, right? And they seem to be robbing that and making men just the goof idiots, the heroes, the goof idiots, and it's frustrating.
I mean, we kind of wanted to watch this for a reason.
Well, now I need to watch it not because I'm interested in it, just to see how bad it gets and let you guys know because that's part of the watch that we hold.
Now,
You do it as well. What?
oh, sorry, it's just that from what we saw, the fan response seems to be pretty positive as well.
Does it?
But that's just normies being like, yeah, like, look at the music, look at the world. It's all just member berries for.
Are you
seeing-
saying Nintendo fans are normies?
There's normies in every fan base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah,
on that
it's not just every. No.
Look, yeah, there's a lot of people that do. And the thing is, it seemed more. How subtle was it? I don't know. But if the only thing is,
Well, I know.
Girl Boss Peach and Mario a bit more of a goof, but he does end up being the hero that saves Peach in the end of the day. Maybe it'll still be good. All right, I could be wrong.
I feel like it's pretty in your face. Like when I first saw that, I wasn't even listening to the audio. I saw it from across the room on his computer screen. I was like, wait, hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, they went out of their way to make
Yeah.
Girl Boss Peach in that as a very primary kind of thing. It's almost like, see how progressive this is. It's like, oh, even coming to Mario. Japan, you're our last bastion of normality in this sea of subversive crap. They were. Manga was still pretty based. What do you think now?
I am not even going to touch that statement. I'll let.
We'll save that for another debate then, hey? But you did. I was almost signing off. It was such a good, smooth sign off. But it was a good conversation.
I'm sorry.
No. So I'm glad you did it. Still good things. Any other comments?
I'm waiting for the next trailer when it comes out because I want good video game adaptations. That's all I want. Just give me that.
I just want good video games.
Now Mario's on our radar because that's what we do. As you know, stay on watch.